Ireland! Era! The Emerald Isle! Yeah, come on the boys and green!
All our hopes, our dreams and our futures rest on the shoulders of one little man.
Bleeding right is.
And hasn't Trappatoni done well?
We better recapitalise them bleeding credit unions. A lot of bleeding people in Tallinn need to go to Poland next year. Come to think of it, half of them are bloody there already, what?
Come in, Estonia.
Oh no, a bleeding pain in me is stones with that place. What?
4-0, incredible result. We're just waiting here for the post-match interview to begin at Le Coq Arena in Estonia. We know his English isn't great, so we're just waiting for the interpreter who's delayed. We're getting the signal now. She's here now, so we go straight to the main man. How do you view that result there?
Yeah, it's been great, massive, it's fantastic, I mean, personally myself, the full credit to the Estonians, the lads get 100% out here, bleeding great, but,
right.
No, look, excited, a big shout out to the lads in Tala as well, all my homies out in LA, California, yeah, how are you doing, looking forward to getting home and all that, yeah.
Okay, can we get a translation of that?
Robbie, he said he is very happy with the result, but respects the talent and ability of the Estonians, who were beaten by the commitment of the Irish players.
Fantastic, well done, and thanks for that.
Alright, yeah, good luck, yeah.
Do you think after all the time he's been with Ireland, he would have learned a couple of words of English, eh? Yeah. She's fairly fit though, isn't she?
Those blasted footballers stealing my thunder. How dare they? This is Higgins' land, Tree World, and I'm in charge now. And there are going to be changes. Mr. Vice President!
Oh, yes!
I want those green tea people hanged, drawn and quartered, and their heads impaled on the railing outside my new mansion.
Mr. Vice President, you can't just simply...
There's no use in asking for clemency now, Norris. It didn't work the last time, and it's not going to work this time either.
Welcome to green tea.
Go fetch my box!
Well, hello there and welcome to the programme. Can we have our next contestant, please?
Sì.
Name.
Silvio Berlusconi.
Occupation.
Soon to be ex-Italian Prime Minister. Maybe.
Specialist subject.
Italian politics in the last 20 years.
You have 30 seconds starting now. Who was elected Prime Minister of Italy in 1994?
Very pretty. Would you like to see my mansion in Rome?
Pass.
I have a beautiful villa with swimming pool. Would you like to holiday there with me?
Pass.
How about you and me go for a little trip to my private island?
Pass.
You like to bunga? Capiche?
Pass.
Hello.
I passed on all 4 questions, which makes me the winner, and you, Silvio Berlusconi, the loser.
Oh, you're so sexy when you're angry.
Remember all of those pre-election promises? Good, because Dame Enda and his cabinet seem to have completely forgotten theirs.
As you know, we have some very difficult decisions to make this week. We have to slash the budget. So, I'm calling on you. Any suggestions, lads? Come on. Anyone?
Sir.
Yes, Veruca again.
It's for Radcar, sir.
Just get on with it, Veruca, or I'll give you 100 lines.
There won't be rail lines, that's for sure.
I think we should dump the Metro North and the Dart Underground, sir.
Well done, Veruca. I'll give you a gold star and an apple for that.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Howler there.
Well, sir, I was thinking we could close all the Catholic schools.
No, little Brendy, we've had enough of that shite. Have you any proper proposals to make?
Very well, then, we could dump the big plan for Grange Gorman. Well, that's a mad idea altogether, Howler.
Moan Burton there.
Well, I think we should stop giving the dole to people with red hair, sir.
That's not funny, Moan.
Okay, it was just a bloody joke. Nobody laughed, though. Well, I think we can chop nearly £1 billion from social welfare. No.
Nice one, Moan. Dr. Riley, what are you going to do in the Department of Hell?
Well, I can close a few hospitals down,
Yes.
especially where the last of the Fianna Fathers are.
Excellent plan. That's almost it then. We have it. Yes, Dr. Riley, you've something else to say, have you?
Well, yes.
Okay.
We could cut our salaries in half, cut our pensions, get rid of the special advisors, reduce the number of junior ministries, reduce the size of the Dáil, end all the parks and free parking and junkets, and force TDs to show receipts for mileage and expenses. I'm only codding. Alright, quieten down, lads. Now, as far as I can remember, I'm in charge of this government.
Taoiseach, are there any other matters?
Gilbore, yes. Taoiseach, yes. You've dropped me right in it lately, closing the embassy in the Vatican. The people aren't happy out there. You seem to think you've a God-given right to do whatever the hell you please.
But there is no God.
Heaven help us.
And there's no heaven either.
What the devil do you think you're going?
Certainly no devil.
The saints above, I'm going to tell you.
I'm telling you, there are no saints.
You listen here, Gilbore.
What?
I'm a Catholic. I go to Mass and confession, and you can take your commie, atheist crap and shove it where the sun don't shine. You'll burn in hell.
But there is no hell.
Well, you're doing your damnedest to make one with your pagan nonsense. There'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth, Gilbore. You mark my words.
Have you looked out the window, Taoiseach?
What?
There already is.
He's right, Taoiseach, actually.
Stop looking out the window, Veruca. You're clipping the ear.
No.
Stop your laughing, howler. Wash those highlights out of your hair.
Yes, sir.
Right, class dismissed.
The Galway Tent Memorial Christmas Lunch is underway at the Shelburne Hotel in Dublin. Senior Fianna Fáilers, bankers and the last of the developers are about to eat. Snouts in troughs.
More gravy there.
Nice bit of nash. I have to say though, it's really very sad the way things have turned out. I'm personally very upset.
I think it's terrible to see so many people in such trouble. No money, no jobs, nothing, no hope or anything.
Some of us are wild by nature. Some of us drive others wild. But Derek Mooney, well, he just goes wild.
And you're very welcome back to the programme. With me is Éanna Lee Lowna and... I got it. That bloody fly has been buzzing around the studio all day.
Derek!
Now, anyway, Éanna...
Derek, what have you done?
Éanna, what's wrong?
You killed Brian.
Who's Brian?
Brian is my fly. Though, Derek, you've no idea how important flies are. Brian has been with me for now, 2 weeks.
Really?
Cheerfully buzzing around the kitchen while I'm cooking and flying around the bedroom at night. Great company, nothing like a little fly.
Well, I'm really sorry, Éanna. I'm really, just having a bad day because I stood in some doggy do on the way into the building today.
Well, that was you.
What do you mean that was me?
Well, that might have been doggy do to you, Derek, but to Brian, that was lunch.
Oh, God.
There's loads of lovely nutrients and vitamins in doggy do. And for Brian,
I think we just go straight to Mooney's money. Oh, God. Anyway, who's on the line today?
It's Baldy from Limerick. I've been jamming the line all day with reverse charge call.
And how are you today, Baldy?
I'm grand so long as there's no hard questions.
Okay, the question today was, what do flies eat?
Oh, shit.
Ta-da! You've won €1,000.
What's 200,085,652,804
Sorry?
less 1,000?
Sorry, were you asking us a question there?
Thanks, Derek.
Okay.
Still shagged.
And that's it for today. Now it's over to Ireland's most listened to drive time show. Bye! Winning streak is more money than half of Europe.
Ireland has no royal couple, but we do have the next best thing. An actress and a rugby star. One of them gets all dirty. The other plays rugby.
Bryony, please, can we?
No, Amy, we can't. It's my shoulder,
Please, Brian, we haven't for ages and ages.
But my shoulder is just too sore. Look, Amy Chicken, it's in real pain here.
But it's been weeks and weeks and weeks.
I know, Petkins, but it's going to be a little while more.
How long more?
Well, the doctor says 6 months more. I don't know why you're so upset. You used to hate tag rugby.
I know, but I love it now, Bryony.
Well, why don't we, instead?
Sorry, hon, I've got a headache.
We now visit Sean Quinn's mansion in County Cavan. That's in the Republic of Ireland. And friends of the UK's newest bankrupt subject have gathered for their weekly game of poker.
Sorry to hear about the bankruptcy, Sean. I don't know why people are blaming you. I mean, they're all after their own pound of flesh.
Yeah.
A good move to go to Belfast, though. You'll be back in business in 12 months, so...
Oh, sure, Champagne Charlie, they'll pick over me bones, so they will.
Aye.
Let's forget about money and our woes tonight, boys. Are we ready for a game?
Yep.
Ours ready as ever, Sean. Sean, do you remember how everyone was amazed when you said you played poker every night but limited your losses to €5?
I do indeed, Brian, and wasn't it the truth?
Well, it might have been once, Sean, but I've had to lend you the £5 for the past 2 weeks.
Well,
and here in the lending book, that adds to a tenner that you owe me now.
Right, that means it's 8,412,622,810 quid that I owe you.
Is that in sterling or euro, Shawnee?
As if that matters, Barty.
That's a good one.
Antarare.
Giovanni, it's only me. Story boss.
Ah, Marco, how you going?
Grand, no worries.
The media outside.
Millions of them out there. It's rapid.
Si,
It's only me, Mr. Trappatoni. Would you like a cup of tea?
si, grazie.
Right there.
That was your best idea, Trap.
Dropping Andy Reid.
No.
Bringing in Glenn Whelan.
No, pretending we couldn't speak English, like.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the hard questions those boys outside would be asking if they thought we were fluent? We wouldn't stand a chance, you know what I mean, like?
It was a good idea, like, you know, all they do now is ask the simple stuff.
And if they ask a hard one, we just pretend we don't understand, like.
I am a bit of a genius, alright, thanks for the Jesus.
I have the tea and biscuits for you here now, Mr. Trappatoni.
Non capisco!
Giovanni, it's looking good, you know. If we get through, you're confident we can do well at the finals.
Gee, this new way suits Ireland a lot better, you know?
New way?
Yeah.
Is that your new attacking tactic, like?
No, Marco.
Or the defensive formation?
No, you Spano.
So what is this?
We get to have 11 men, the other side get to have 9.
Bravo.
Let's go to Gino's for the Bata Burger.
Michael Noonan is our finance minister. He's known as clever and calculating. Well, the calculating hasn't been going so well lately.
Alright, let's call this meeting to order, so. Now, first we had the €3.6 billion. Now it's millions wasted on paper, of all things. I have the exact figure here now. If we just have it here, somewhere in these reports here now, alright. Fairly bulky document. Just hold on a second here.
I think I might have it here, Minister, if you want
No, it's in one of these bloody reports.
Yeah, it's fairly big, aren't they?
I have it here now. I have it, I think.
All right.
2.5 million wasted on wage slips.
Which report was it in the end,
Let's see.
Minister?
It was in volume 3 of the report on paper wastage. We must be wasting tens of millions. Have it printed up and sent to everyone in the civil service. We have to stamp out the wastage somehow.
Okay.
Alright, what's next?
How many copies?
A couple of 100,000 copies would do it.
Very good, sir.
Welcome back to Mastermind with me, the lovely Miriam. Genuinely.
Wait.
My second contestant is Taoiseach Enda. Taoiseach, your specialist subject is...
Pass. I thought this was feckin' MasterChef. I had a lovely recipe prepared.
You have 30 seconds. Name the father of China's economic reform.
Pass. Premier Xu Ping.
What has he turned China into?
Xu Ping Centre.
Name a Chinese sailing craft.
Junk.
Name the type of bonds most commonly found in Ireland, Greece and Italy.
Junk.
Where is the Millennium Stadium?
Cardiff.
What is the capital of Wales?
Cardiff.
Name the controversial Department of Finance head who has been nominated to the European Court of Auditors.
Cardiff.
Name the gobshite Prime Minister of Ireland who thought that the person who wasn't good for the country's Department of Finance is good enough for the European Court of Auditors.
Pass.
Taoiseach, you have 3.6 billion points. Genuinely.
Fucking hell.
And now on Green Tea, it's nursery rhyme time with Joseph O'Connor for the little ones. Are we sitting comfortably, boys and girls?
Humpy Dunphy sat on a wall. Humpy Dunphy had a great fall.
Hold on a second. Firstly, it wasn't a great fall. It was a good fall. And it wasn't even a fall. I was basically left with no option but to jump. Now continue.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpy back together again.
No, it's not true. I look at it as being free from that bitter little man Dennis O'Brien's tyranny. Here, I'll give you a decent nursery rhyme.
What?
Sam and Eamon went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, but things took a turn for the worse.
Please.
Sam was pushed down and broke his crown, and Amo came tumbling after.
Really?
Oh, what about this one? Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a pub, AT&T stand on to the club.
Right. Thanks, Eamon.
I should do this for a living, baby.
Goodbye, children.
They're running on empty in a car full of nobodies. They're going nowhere fast. They are the soldiers of despair.
Going forward.
Going backwards.
For God's sake, O'Connor, the way we're going neither forwards nor backwards.
Desperate times call for desperate measures of healing.
What do you mean now, O'Connor?
We're
Going forward.
lost again, going backwards.
So what precisely do you suggest, you smart ass?
There is a sat-nav we can try.
What?
One that captures the spirit of the nation and has a proven track record in snatching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Well, I suppose we've nothing to lose.
No.
I suppose we'll give it a go here.
At the next crossroads, you will go straight through the red lights.
What?
Tell any guard who tries to stop you that he'll be transferred to Swollen Bar and drive straight on to Le Concardine.
Oh, no, not this. Anything but this.
Grab some Iron Floozy, pour gallons of expensive champagne and caviar down our gullet, then simply ride roughshod.
No. This was a terrible, terrible mistake.
Mistakes are for wimps.
Oh.
This is Fianna Fáil.
God.
Rev up the engine. Never mind the cost. Never mind the risks. Tomorrow belongs to us.
Oh God, no, there's going backwards
No.
and going backwards.
There's no going backwards with Fianna Fáil. Just spend the money. If you don't have it, borrow it. If you can't borrow it, steal it. At the next junction, you may disembark the vehicle and explore my island.
Oh, Saint Fanula, what a weak man. Tell you.
Sexist pig.
Veruca,
Yes.
Veruca, cheer us up there with some news from your Ministry of Sport.
Oh, yes, I have to say I love the sports briefing.
Quiet, Tonish.
I always am.
Well, firstly, Taoiseach, we need to acknowledge the sad passing of Smokey Joe Lewis,
Yes.
one of the world's greatest point-to-point swimmers, who defeated Ali in the famous Thriller in Hong Kong. Not since Sonia O'Rourke snatched victory from the mighty Estonians with her late drop goal has an athlete captured the public's imagination. Well done to our boys in the Irish cricket team for thumping the Aussies in the Compromise Rules series and winning back the much coveted Ryder Cup. Speaking of soccer, I hope you'll all join me in wishing Brian O'Driscoll a speedy recovery from his hip replacement operation and that he will be back on his skis dominating the 5,000 metres soon. And finally, congratulations to Kilkenny manager Pat Gilroy on his reappointment, and we look forward to him competing in the 250cc dressage event.
Oh, Jesus, Veruca, you really don't know your darts from your LBW, do you?
Excuse me, Taoiseach.
Just get back into your medicine cabinet, will you?
All right.
I'll get Michael Ring to do the sports briefing next time. Ring! Where is Ring? Where are you?
Michael Ring, Minister for Westport and your service, Taoiseach.
Get me a flag and a lilt ringer, will you? What a faking week.
Anything for you, Taoiseach. Leader
All right.
divine.
All right. Stop it. Your
Oh,
fucking
fantastic,
nose
man.
is cold. Michael.
The weather in Ireland is very unpredictable, just like Jean Byrne's choice of outfit every night.
Well, it was a significant week on the weather front. Of course, the last we'll see of the 11th of the 11th 11. And as I researched the topic even further, I realised from my star sign, as opposed to meteorological predictions, that things were going to heat up on that front. And as predicted, it was coincidentally 11 degrees yesterday in many parts of the country. I'm off to Brown Thomas now to buy a turquoise mink coat. Good afternoon.
It's witching hour at Orson-Uachtaráin, where our new little president is awaiting his bedtime story. Don't feed him after midnight.
I feel very tired, Mr. Vice President. Are you going to read me a story?
No, I'm far too busy. I'm learning Seamus Heaney's entire catalogue off by heart.
But why are you doing that, Mr. Vice President?
Well, I'm running for 2018.
Well, I won't be running anyway.
Not half.
Oh, it was a great day today, wasn't it?
Really?
But I'm tired now and I need some sleep.
Oh, of course, because you were the only one who didn't catch 40 winks during your speech.
Pardon?
Oh, nothing.
Well, it was a wonderful ceremony.
It was like death by 1,000 masses.
Yes.
Like going to church in the 70s.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
They even played Percy French's Slattery's Mounted Foot.
Oh, hint.
I suppose Dublin Castle is no stranger to torture.
Are you going to read me a story or not, Mr. Vice President?
Oh, very well. What one do you want tonight?
The Children of Lear.
Well, I suppose this is your swan song, but you never stay awake long enough to... Mr. Vice President? Oh, for heaven's sake, not again. I wonder, could I organise a coup or something? It would be a good excuse to talk to those dishy major generals. Oh, yeah.
And so, green tea drinkers, we enter a new era. We have a new president, a new hope, a new outlook on life, a new optimism and a new beginning. In short, very short, we'll soon have a new Ireland. The only pity is that we can't return the old broken one and get our money back. Let's face it, even Sean Quinn's money would be a nice start. Until next week then, slán agus, give him a lash trap.